Hey everybody, how are you? All right, I'm gonna make this video that I'm making is a teaching video from the lesson that I gave you today on the Zoom, and it included assignments 06, 04, and 0605. It's dividing with decimals and using estimation to help you to figure out where your decimal point goes in your quotient. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 different examples for this. All right, I'm going to change my screen to a hover cam. Top, I have the assignment. Okay, so the first one's going to be 67 2/10 divided by 24. Okay. So again, I want to figure out try to figure out the best number that I could divide by as far as estimation goes. All right, well, let's do 24. Well, the nearest whole number, if I underline the 2, I'm rounding to the tens place, circle my 4, so then actually it would be 20, because the 4 is less than 5, and so the 2 would stay the same and the 4 turns into a 0. And 67.2, now I could do this 2 different ways. Okay, I could round up to 70, but 70 really doesn't go into 20 very well. So in this case, I think I want to round down to 60, because I know that 60 divided by 20 equals 3. I could have done 70, but then it would have been like 3.5. And I wanted to stay with a number that was divisible by 20. So in this case, I want to do 60 divided by 20. Again, it's just estimation because you want to figure out your quotient is closest to the number 3. Okay, then I'm going to rewrite my problem using the division symbol. And we're dividing 24 into 672 because we are no longer using that decimal point. We took it out. All right, so over here I'm going to multiply by tens and multiply by hundreds to figure out how many groups of 24. Well, I know 1,000 is too big. So if I do 24 times 10, I know that that's 240. But I want to get a little closer to 672. So in this case, I'm going to try 24 times 20. So 2 times 24 is 48, plus my 0 is actually 480. Okay. Subtract 2, 8 from 7 I can't do, so I have to regroup. 17 minus 8 is 9, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So now I have 192. Can I do 10 groups? Well, 10 times 24 is 240, so it's a little too big. Well, how about 5? I can try 5. So 5 times 20 is 100, and 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times 24 would be 120. And I'm left with 72. Then I want to count by 24. Let's see, 24 plus 24 is 48, plus another 24 would give me 72. So that would be 24 times 3. Minus 72, give me 0 in my dividend. Now I have to go over to my column where I have my quotient. I want to add up 20 plus 5 plus 3, and that would give me 28. So my answer is 28. But now I want to figure out, where does my decimal go where my answer would be close to 3? Wouldn't go here, it'd be 28. It would go between the 2 and the 8, because 2.8 or 2 8/10 is almost at 3. So my original problem was 67 2/10 divided by 24. My answer would be 2 8/10. All right, we're going to try a second problem. Our second problem is 81 2/10 divided by 7. All right, so I want to round 81. Well, I know that's closest to 80. And if I round 7, well, I don't have any numbers here, but I know 7 is closer to 10 than it is 0. So I'm going to round that up to 10. So 80 divided by 10 would be 8. So my estimation for this problem, this quotient, is going to be as closest to 8 as possible. And I'm going to rewrite the problem using our division symbol. 7 divided into 812 because I took out the decimal. So it's 812. So I want to think of multiplying by 10, multiplying by 100. Can I have 7 groups of 100? Sure, 7 times 100. Okay, it doesn't matter if I put the 100 first or the 7 first. Okay, it's 700. So I'm going to subtract 700 from 812, and I get 112 back. All right, I can't do another 100, but I can do a 10. 10 times 7 is 70. So I can subtract 2 minus 0. Can't subtract 1 minus 7. But I can regroup it to 11 minus 7, which is 4. Okay. How many groups of 7 can get to 42? That should be 6. 6 times 7 is 42. This is where knowing your multiplication facts really helps you, even during division. All right, so my answer is this right here. All right, so I have to add them together. 100 plus 10 plus 16 gives me 116. I have to figure out where my decimal goes. If it goes here, it'd be 116. If it goes here, it'd be 11.6. Or if it goes here, it'd be 1.16. I believe 11.6 is closest to 8. So our answer to 81 2/10 divided by 7 would be 11 6/10. Okay. That's our second problem. And our last problem for this lesson will be 198 4/10 divided by 8. Okay, in this case, I want to round the number 1 in the hundredths. Okay, and circle my 9. That should take it to 2, so 200. And 8 is closest to 10. So 200 divided by 10. Well, there's 10 tens in 100. And so that means that there would be 20 tens in 200. So my answer should be close to 20. And I rewrite it by using my division symbol. 8 is my divisor. 100, actually now it's not, now it's 1,984, okay? Because I got rid of my decimal. And I want to multiply by tens, by hundreds, and actually by thousands. Well, thousands again is too big, but 100. Well, 8 times 100 is 800. Can I get a little closer? Sure. Let's multiply 8 times 200. I know that 8 times 2 is 16. Add my 2 zeros, then would make it 1,600. Subtract that, and I'm left with 384. I can't take another 100, and I know that 8 times 10 is 80. I wonder what what would 50 be? 8 times 5 is 40. Add a 0 would be 400. That's still too big, but I think I could try 40. So 8 times 4 is 32. Add my 0, and then that gives me 320. So 4 minus 0, 8 minus 2, I'm down to 64. So what number times 8 will equal 64? And that should be 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Again, knowing your multiplication facts will make division a little bit easier for you. I want to add these together. 200 plus 40 plus 8 will give me 248. Now I want to be close to the number 20. If I put it here, it's 248. Put it here, it's 2 and 4800ths. So the most logical choice would be between the 4 and the 8 to make my answer 24 and 8/10. Okay, so this is dividing decimals. Okay, so we're actually dividing with decimals, and we're using rounding or estimation as a strategy of where to put my decimal point in my answer, or that's also called a quotient. This is what we learned today. This was our learning target, is I can divide with decimals using rounding or estimation as a strategy to where to put my decimal point in my answer or in my quotient. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, view it as many times as you want to help you with those assignments. And I hope you have a great day.